Hey.
I don't like fewer things, but yeah. Sorry about the abrupt ending to the last one. Some internet problem, I see. Broadcast settings. Advanced. For some reason it wasn't set to display message, and there we go, back to normal. So the settings changed as well. And that's very peculiar.
Peculiarity-wise.
We were about an hour in last time, weren't we?
Yeah, we were about an hour in.
So we could go for an hour this time. Or less, however long it takes for us to reach a decent stopping point, you know.
Yeah. That's right, Petra, you have a drink. As I was telling Turnoff that I was actually putting snakes in front of me, and you can at least get some of what we're trying to do for the epic series.
But, yeah.
I'll shock you with your own goddamn bandana.
Oh, you had a chance to watch the League of Gentlemen yet?
No, I haven't.
You'll love it.
Oh, I'm sure I will from what I've been told from you.
I know you're coming for me.
Wait a sec. Roxas? Excuse me? Roxas? Oh, it's no use. Huh? What are you talking about? Let's see here. If the subject fails to respond, use aggression to liberate his true disposition. Right. Did they ever pick the wrong guy for this one?
You're bizarre. Oh, he's gotta be the thief.
Now that's just plain rude. Dance, water, dance!
It's David Bowie.
He died actually.
Sorry?
On this day in history, didn't he?
Yeah.
On this day. Steam hands, but instead it's a Metal Gear Solid game.
Not bad, Roxas. Ooh. Roxas, come back to us.
Guy's a broken record. Let's go. Meg needs our help.
Oh. The lock. Alrighty then. Should we stream Resident Evil 7 again? Like, I might use the move controls this time.
Yeah. I think we should. DLC if we get that.
Yeah. Well, obviously I'm gonna get that.
Almost there.
Nah, that's what I call a key. Gee, thanks for your help. Now have a nice day.
Sora, behind you!
What's wrong? Can't fight in the underworld? Oh, boo-hoo-hoo!
Better think again.
Charge!
It's punch.
What?
It's punch.
Yeah.
That.
this alone.
Yeah. There's too many. Let's go.
Why didn't he do that from the beginning? If he could just slice through Meg's like ropes
Sorry, I'm late.
like that, why didn't he do that right away?
Because he's an idiot.
Get Meg out of here. I'll meet you back at the Coliseum.
What about you?
I'm gonna show these guys what happens when they mess with a true hero.
Now wait a sec.
It seems to conveniently forget that you kicked Hercules' ass in the first one.
Sora, I won't leave him.
You'll be okay.
Look, even Herc has his limits. He can't keep winning forever.
Then we'll go back him up.
Get Meg out of here!
This place gives me the creeps. I'll deal with you nitwits next time.
Oh!
Could today possibly get any better? This time, Wonder Breath is going down for good.
You really blew it this time. You know, fun fact, the ancient Greek for I am retired is actually 2 words. So Phil wasn't wrong from a certain point of view.
Champ, you're safe.
From a certain
I failed.
point of view.
It's not your fault.
I left everyone unprotected. Hades was right.
There was no one
Just
there.
a washout.
Ah, come on,
I
champ.
know.
I didn't train you
I
to
left
think like
everyone
that.
unprotected. You left fucking no
Phil's
one.
right. This is no time to beat yourself up.
I'm some hero.
Yeah.
Don't suppose you got room for one more?
We're in.
Ha! Yeah, the Hydra not being in the first one was a bit of an oversight, wasn't
The
it?
Hydra's back!
In hindsight, yeah.
The Hydra's back! Get up when 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 the Hydra's back!
Cut off one head, 2 more shall take its place.
I'm no hide.
Yeah.
Yeah, Psycho from season 2 was just fucking weird.
I still haven't seen it.
Well, it's just really fucking weird.
Sorry?
It's just really fucking weird. It doesn't really go the way you'd expect.
Yeah.
But it's pretty much, well, it assumes you watched the Halloween special.
I did.
It's basically based around an entire organisation of, people who are trying to kill everybody who was involved with that whole, thing at the end of the first season.
Right.
Yeah. And pretty much everybody from the main series, from the first series, apart from the clown, kind of, died.
Right. So Mr. Jelly's back.
Jelly is, but yeah, everyone survived the explosion somehow.
Huh.
pretty much the entire plot is they're at the funeral for Mr. Jelly, but it turns out it's the one for Mr. Jolly.
I let you down.
They just spelled it wrong again.
No use.
It's not
And
your
they want
fault.
Mr. Jelly to
even a
get
god
rid,
would be
to
exhausted.
auction off his stuff.
She's right. Give yourself a chance to rest.
Auction off the stuff that Mr. Jolly
There
has.
won't be any
And he has a
games for a
mobile
while
phone
anyway.
which, has information about something. Meanwhile,
Don't worry about
Tilly
Wonder Boy here.
gets a bit more
I'll
involved.
look after him. Sora,
As everybody
Taro,
starts getting killed off, because it
Goofy,
explains what the locket
I
was
owe you
actually
big
for.
time.
Hey, it's no big deal.
Turns
Just
out the
let us know
locket
if
itself
Hades or
wasn't
the
the
Heartless
important
start
thing, it
acting
was the
up.
chain.
We'll take care of it.
Yeah, that's what
Sorry?
heroes are for.
The chain that was around the
When
locket
did
is
you
the
three make
important part,
Hero?
not the locket itself.
Let's save that for another
Right.
time. We have to hit the road.
Yeah.
Okay, don't be
So
strangers.
the locket goes from person to person for quite a while.
Gosh, I
The
hope you
dwarf
feel
gives
better
it away,
soon,
but then he gets
Hercules.
killed.
Yeah.
Right. Okay,
Yeah,
don't
see him
tell me
die.
anymore because I might actually watch it.
Well, take care, you guys. Stay a little longer next
Well,
time. We
it
got
is
some
worth
serious
watching
training to
because
catch
Mr.
up
Jelly is still Mr. Jelly.
Well, time to go.
Ah.
I almost forgot.
Red
He's
Hot
still as
Stump!
Yeah, he's still as funny as ever. Because he's Mr. fucking Jelly, it's kind of what he does. Red Raw Stump, yeah. Oh, and also the guy who plays Ross is in it, but he plays a really weird character that isn't explained very
The
well.
guy who plays Ross is also playing Mr. Jelly.
I can't tell with the makeup on, although the voice sounds the same. But he's in it and he plays a really weird, tricky librarian.
Ah.
No, I have to explain his character, what he does, because it is just too brilliant. Basically, it's unrelated to plot at all, but there's this woman, he works at this library, and this woman hasn't returned the book, and he gets really crazy about it. And keeps asking her to find it, so he starts stalking her. And yeah, in front of her children and everything, and then he kidnaps her dog. You know, everything just to get this one book back, and every so often you see this thing that's basically just him in a dress and a wig, who looks like he's deformed teeth and everything that looks basically like a relative of Tubbs and Edwards, really.
They have more
Stinking
important affairs to
silently
attend
into
to than
something
my
or
return.
screeching.
Well, see, there's
I
this
never get explanation as to
organization
what it is,
13
he just
that
keeps
keeps
calling it
getting
the
in the way.
Silent Singer.
Let those fools play their little game.
But what about
And
that
then all of it
key
is
blade?
unrelated
He's been a
until
real
right at the
pain,
end
too.
when he just conveniently has an important part in the plot in some way. As
Very
if it was
well,
just
then.
thrown in
I
last minute
suppose
to
you'd best
justify
tell
why
me
they
what's
followed him in the
happened
first
during
place.
my absence.
Yeah.
And of course you get some funny stuff with Mr.
Now
Lomax,
I wonder where that old album could be. Queen Minnie! It's
you know, the blind old man. He's not in it that much, but when he is in it, it's funny as hell.
Sorry?
Well, Mr. Lomax is in it, you know, the blind old man.
Yeah.
He's not in it much, but when he is, he's funny as hell. And it also explains a tiny thing that was never really mentioned much in the first one, and you wouldn't know it would have been a thing.
Got to do something soon.
Because you know he had weird rules in season 1 that you weren't allowed to mention a certain name in his house or something. And he never explained why. It just seemed like a random thing. He'd just mention a name that no one's ever heard of and say, "Good, I want it mentioned in this house." Unfortunately, he doesn't do a bin him in with the plums bit, which actually makes me sad. It's from your son, Bin in with the plums!
Right. Oh, we can go back to the Disney castle.
Oh yes, we need to go back.
I'll be the only man alive with a complete collection of first-generation Beanie toys.
Yeah, well, Tea
This
Leaf
is your
is back
castle.
with him,
Must
funnily
be nice
enough.
to be home, huh? Well,
Yeah, they explain everybody, literally
You know,
everybody,
something just don't
except
feel
for Mr.
quite
Jelly,
right.
Jolly survived. And obviously his mother.
Sorry?
Well, everyone except Theo, his mother, and, you know, Mr. Jolly himself died. Well, everyone else survived, he died. I love Mr. Jolly, he's just an aggressive clown. And the hook is just brilliant. Oh, Red Roy Dom. Call me Pops.
Call me Pops. Before you die, we'll see. Oh wait, no.
I just love the idea of Pops being some kind of psycho. He reminds me of my dad when he owned a shop.
21 years for a lousy pyramid scheme. You killed a man in cold blood. Yeah, for not paying what he owed under the pyramid scheme.
So a few characters, basically, the season 2 thing isn't really based much around a lot of the previous characters, although a few of them have like mini arcs, but they're not part of the main story anymore. Like David has an entire mini arc, but he's not related to anything going on anymore.
I see.
Yeah, it's got a whole thing going on. Mr. Jolly becomes a lot more important. Well, Mr. Jelly becomes a lot more important. So he always fun. And there's a load of new characters, but some of them don't really mean anything, to be honest. They'll be forgettable. Because the main plot is just about that locket, everything, and it just happens to get into the hands of certain characters who aren't that important, or have a minor relationship.
Yeah.
Like one character is usually just a hairstylist or a makeup artist for that one young girl that you know, that the dwarf was hating or lying to, and saying that they were dicks. Really worked. So the psychic dwarf turned up only for the last episode. Kind of pissed me off.
Yeah.
Like why? She just literally turns up. And the main villains are kind of shit, to be honest. They're more obsessed with with, you know, things, new technology in their place. And I mean just like a TV or something that they can control with like certain different things. It's mainly just them being technologically enabled. Trying to be technologically enabled, but they're kind of failing miserably.
Yeah.
But I try and like someone's trying to explain something important, and then the boss is like, should I have one of those points? Can we get that working? Well, what about this? It doesn't matter. I need this bit of technology.
Yeah. We never did find out what Hilary Brita's special stuff was.
No, we never did find out what the stuff was, and I think it's just best. I think it's like the suitcase in Pulp Fiction. Just treat it like that.
Yeah, it's not important what it was.
The fact of the matter is, the movie was made in like the 1980s. And today it's still one of the biggest mysteries of all the time, which means we're still talking about the movie, which means it's in its job.
Yeah. But not every question needs answering. Someone needs to tell that to Star Wars fans.
Look, here's the thing. All you need to remember remember a few things. John Travolta with long hair dancing with Uma Thurman. The coke overdose. The bad motherfucker wallet thing. And the constant quoting of Bible quotes.
Oh, hell, I like Pulp Fiction.
Oh, I love Pulp Fiction. I mean, I've watched...
Apparently Samuel L. Jackson agreed to do it for... Well, they all agreed to do it for nothing because they liked the script so much.
Wow.
Because Tarantino was broke at the time. He could not afford, to cast that film. Especially that caliber of casting.
Yeah.
Like, it had Sam Jackson, John Travolta, and Bruce Willis in it. As well as, I think, Michael Clark Duncan, was it?
I can't remember.
Who was Marcellus Wallace?
Oh god, I don't want to answer it because I'm afraid of the shock. Describe what Marcellus Wallace looks like.
Does he look like a bitch? Best guess who meme ever.
Oh god, did you see that thing I tagged you? I posted yesterday, Samuel L. Petty thing I tagged you.
I still haven't read it, but...
You really need to read that. It's just Samuel L. Jackson doing his, weird shit, but he's just doing the Pulp Fiction style stuff. But in the style of an 18th century noble gentleman. We're still shooting people or calling them motherfucker and stomping on their head. And I saw Family Guy doing the Tarantino parody thing, which is actually pretty funny. They did the Kill Bill bit where Peter fought the Crazy 88 and they were all just push attack an hour.
Oh god.
Peter, I'm standing here because I'm the only Asian person in the show. And he killed a load of them in very bloody ways, and then she just appeared again and goes, Peter, you can tell I'm a different person because I have a different weapon. Yeah, but your head will come out the same, and he just beheads her. And, the main one was actually just his boss from the car. So he cuts in half, and then when her blood sprays out, it goes out in an opera. It comes out into an opera. Classically music makes up violence, okay. Then he cuts up in this beer barrel, and inside is a gold light, and he goes, "That's what that is." Briefcase. We will never know what in it, and it's for the best.
Yeah, I think the answer would just be disappointing at this point.
It would, because look, nothing that comes out of it would satisfy anyone.
And I think someone needs to tell that to Star Wars fans lately.
We get it, Ollie. We get it, Ollie. The Star Wars fan base is being a pain in the ass. I get it.
How much of The Last Jedi have you had spoiled for you so far? Have you managed to remain unspoiled?
I've remained unspoiled apart from the fact that apparently Darth Snoke looks like a pimp.
Yeah, he does. He totally does. Supreme Leader Snoke looks like Goldman, but with facial deformity.
Also, I've been told apparently he doesn't get an explanation. Apparently,
Sorry, what was that?
I've also been told apparently he's not that important. He doesn't get much of an explanation as to who or what he is. So all those people who thought he was Mace Windu can go to hell now.
No, he doesn't get much of an explanation. Nor did he need one. The Emperor didn't get one either.
No, not that later on anyway, but...
Yeah. But watch the original trilogy and ask yourself how much we actually know about the Emperor, and whether or not it fucking matters.
To be fair, we don't even know that the Empire's bad. All we know, if we take the original trilogy as it is just that they're fighting an Empire. That is it. We don't get told whether or not the rebels are the bad people or whether or not the Empire are the bad people. We just get that, oh well,
you get a bit more context in some deleted scenes in A New Hope for that. But, Yeah, there was that cut scene that had Wedge Antilles in it. But there's no end to these fuckers.
Keep going for the experience.
Yeah, but the Empire is basically allegorical Nazis, as you know. I like these waves of Heartless that come along. It's a fun exercise.
If you remember the trailers, this is kind of what they promised effectively.
Sorry?
I remember seeing the still images for this game in magazines, and they literally had like Gooby, Donald, and Sora running towards massive crowds of Heartless.
Yeah, that bit later on where there's the army, oh my bastard.
And Seth Rock just cuts through a load of them like they're nothing, like, I'm important.
They are nothing, Sam.
They are nothing before Darth Roth.
Your Majesty, Twin Many, we're back. You're here.
Your Royal Highness, did you happen to summon us?
Yes.
Where's the king?
Excuse them, this is our friend Sora. Sora! The king told me all about you in his letters. He said you're a very brave young man.
So, do you know where he is?
He does. This is our friend Sora. Please forgive him. His father sat on his head when he was just a child.
Oh my. So those are the Heartless.
Oh, and apparently they
Don't
revealed
worry,
what was
we'll
going to
take
happen
care
with
of 'em.
Mortal Kombat Conquest after, if they ever got a new season.
I know I can
Oh.
count on you, Sora.
What
But
was
there's
gonna
something
happen?
I'd like all of you to come and see.
Well, you know which one I'm talking about, right? Where
Please
everyone
escort me
dies
to
at the end.
Yeah, I know.
And you know it was in canon with the movies, right?
Yeah, that was
Forgot to warn everyone else in the castle
an
about the
occasionally
danger. We
entertaining
must be sure they're
series.
hidden somewhere
Right, so you
safe.
want to know what would have actually happened if
Okay,
Conquest got a
we'll go
season
tell
2?
them.
Yeah, go on.
Okay,
We just gotta
two
split up,
things would have
Donald.
happened.
make
Basically,
sure
the
that
plan
everyone knows
was
what's
that
going on.
Shao Kahn did break the rules of Mortal Kombat effectively
Okay,
with his Shadow
then I'll stay with the
Queen
queen.
thing. So
Alrighty,
the
Right.
Elder
see
Gods
you
were
later.
actually going to undo everything
The audience
Right.
chamber, right, ma'am?
right
Yes,
away
sir.
and then
Let's
punish
be on
Shao
our way.
Kahn.
I see.
That was literally the change that was going to happen, apparently, was that Shao Kahn was basically it was all going to be undone eventually or something. It was basically going to be a whole thing where Raiden would have gotten his powers back, and the Elder Gods would have punished Shao Kahn for breaking the rules of Mortal Kombat. So he would have been punished, and everybody would have been brought back from the dead.
Right.
That was it. That was literally what was going to happen.
I see.
Yeah. Whether or not Shao Kahn would have remained the main villain is another thing. Because my main problem with Conquest is he spends most of the time complaining because he lost a Mortal Kombat tournament, of which he would have to wait. And of course, all the stuff with all the other races and all the others that just turned up. And at the last episode, he's just like, fuck it, I'm going to send these almost invincible priests to kill everybody.
Yeah.
And they literally kill everybody with no problem.
Which, of course, gives rise to the question of why he didn't just do that to begin with. And then, you know, that question would be answered when the Elder Gods punish him and undo everything.
Basically. Sorry. Alright, babe, I love you.
This way.
Did he look like Christopher Lambert from Mortal Kombat? Almost exactly the same. Remember the cartoon Mortal Kombat Defenders of the Realm?
Vaguely.
And
I
how
didn't
bad
see
was-
much of it.
Yeah, it was a weird show. Like when Jax can't use his metal arms apparently because he's lost the soul panel in it, somehow he's able to move his arms and do regular shit with it. Just apparently he can't fight without them. Which, you know, was kind of his arc in the second one.
Yeah.
This way. Let's go.
And also Scorpion appeared and ruined the, you know, the get over here line.
Yeah.
Just one moment.
Over here.
That was on the Gilbert Gottfried Voices Our Favourite Video Games video.
As soon as the
Get
time started,
over
I'll make
here.
sure to seal this room.
Gilbert Gottfried Voices Our Favourite Video Games. He did the Liquid Snake monologue as well. You got all of the old man's dominant G.
Now then,
Oh
shall we?
god.
Snake!
You know, the funny thing is, in one of the redubs of... apparently Lord Quadros had to re-upload one of the old episodes, but he actually lost all of it, apparently. He lost all of episode 8, and the one up there is an actually redone version.
Ah.
Yeah, he couldn't save it or anything even before the YouTube blocked it, and he lost all his information.
Right.
So he had to redo it. But he did manage to, in the episode, he did manage to make Liquid Snake gay. Well, Liquid Snake and Ocelot argue over whether or not Liquid was gay, because he had some kind of implied sexual relationship with Psycho Mantis.
Yeah.
And they did keep in the whole, Snake, you can't shoot through the glass, it's bulletproof. There's no such thing as bulletproof. Quit using your sorcery and die like a man. He also had to redo the court thing he did with what's it called? The court thing he did with Snake.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they don't use King of All Comedy forever.
Yeah.
Just say something that means I win.
Let's go.
Like, I could just kill all of these and have that be the end of it, right?
Sad thing is you kind of need to bring her with you. Oh, guess what's getting a remaster for the PS4?
What?
Dark Souls.
Oh yes. It's also going to the Switch.
Oh yeah, Austin Aries is back with... Austin Aries is back with TNA.
Why?
I don't know, but he's going to be a show called Destiny Pro Wrestling. And he's going to be facing Pete Dunne.
Pete Dunne.
Pete Dunne, the WWE UK champion, is going to be facing Austin Aries, the Impact champion.
Let's go.
Huh. It's almost like a crossover episode.
Let's go. This way.
Light!
Yeah. Heal. Let's go.
Light!
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh god, they've redone that Simpsons song, you know, the one where Mr. Burns has the baseball game.
Yeah.
And they've done a song and made it a wrestling based one.
This way.
Right.
Good. Well, Vince McMahon had done it. The WWE had won it, with Terry Taylor looking all the while.
This way.
Big Show's family tragedy made us smile. While Triple H laid passed out in a hog pile, we're talking wrestling. From Maine to Sacramento, talking wrestling. Adam Lee and Demento, Godfather's grotesquely for sexy hoes. Nia Jax and her running with Enzo.
Let's go.
We're talking Strowman. Holly and the Draw. And there's a picture of Roman Reigns.
Come on, give me a break.
Oh, yeah. Botchamania loves to use the Simpsons in things.
Yeah.
Huh?
Angle and Jordan to star in WWE Network remake of How I Met Your Mother.
Oh my god.
Whoa.
I jest.
Yeah.
The room below is called
Clearly,
the
I'm reading
Hall of the
kayfabe news.
Cornerstone. Our
And
castle has
Noah Murray
always been safe
sincerely
from
wants
worlds
to
that
know
are
how
evil.
you're doing.
Thanks to the Cornerstone of Light, which we keep down there.
The cornerstone of light?
Metal Gear.
Delusional Trump claims to be in the Hall of Fame.
Huh.
Bobby Roode
This
was
is the
starting to wonder if he comes off as a
castle's
tad
cornerstone.
arrogant.
Oh, but look. The thorns. They must be the work of someone very evil. I wonder what
Glorious.
this could mean.
Huh? Magnificent! No way.
Well, well, well. What have we here? If it isn't the wretched Keyblade holder and his pitiful lackeys.
Now you're gonna deal with me.
All in good time. I promise you'll be able to partake of my vengeance, but you must be patient.
Just what are you doing here, Maleficent?
Ah, Queen Minnie. Radiant as always. I'm here on a property venture. I want this castle for my own. However, it's a bit too bright for what I have in mind. I suppose I'll just have to fill every room with my personal touch of darkness.
You'd better stop right now if you know what's good for you.
Ooh, how frightening. Very well, I'll stop. Just as soon as the castle belongs to me.
Wasn't that funny?
What a hag.
Nothing like this has ever happened before. I looked through all the records in the library, but I couldn't find a single clue.
Oh! Huh? We should go ask somebody who knows lots of stuff that ain't in any
I'll be right
book.
back, I'm just heading to the bathroom.
Yes,
Okay.
that's perfect. Merlin just might know something about this mess. Let's ask his advice.
We saw him in Hollow Bastion, right?
Yeah, let's go.
Oh yeah, I got a new Keyblade, didn't I? I think for now I'll stick with the Kingdom Key, as it's the more balanced.
Home?
Merlin! The castle's in danger. What is all that racket? Oh, I thought. Oh, it's you. It looks like you've learned a bit since the last time I saw you.
Really?
Wait a minute! Let's talk about the problem! It's Magnificent! She's back!
Where? Inside the castle? Yup, and Heartless too. Oh dear.
Magnificent wants to send over the whole task and own it. She filled the whole cornerstone with tiny bags and she's gonna fill it with that. There's Heartless in every part of the castle. The queen is in danger. What?
Perhaps I'd better just see for myself. Interesting.
What's happening, Merlin?
This is not good. In fact, I'm afraid it's quite serious.
What's that?
My boy, that is a gateway to a special world. Someone in that world is responsible for what's going on in this castle. Of that, I'm certain.
Oh, boy!
We knew we could count on you, Merlin.
Then we should go get him.
Wait a moment. The perpetrators must be stopped, of course, but there's something else to do first. Somewhere in that world, there should be another door that's identical to this one. I believe our enemies are utilizing that door. As long as it remains open, the castle will be in grave danger. Listen carefully, Sora. You must find that door, and when you do, lock it with your Keyblade.
Got it.
You'll get down on us.
And now, one more thing. You're heading into a very special world. While you're there, the nature of that world may tempt you to do something dark. You must resist that temptation at all costs.
What do you mean?
You'll know soon enough. I have faith in you, my lads.
Ah, you're in the cornerstone.
Yes. Right, we're approaching the hour mark, and I think we're about to go into Steamboat Willie World.
Well, the thing is, we finished one world, and we've, done. I'd say now's a good time to call it that.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. So, hope you enjoyed the stream. We'll be back next time with more yada yada yada. Standard YouTube spiel. We'll see you next time.